Monica, you're chasing yet another tax that resulted out of the Obamacare legislation. What do you got?
The Affordable Care Act, often referred to as Obamacare, seems to be in the news every day. And many people realize that it is funded in part by the individual mandate or the penalty tax. But a lot of people don't realize there are many other taxes that have been put in place to help fund Obamacare. I met with Ron Iosa. He is a luxury real estate broker. And what we met to discuss was a tax that is being placed on high-income taxpayers to help fund Obamacare. We met in Franklin Lakes. Now, this is a town that was voted by Forbes.com as one of America's most expensive zip codes with a median home price of $1.3 million. So as Ron and I walked through this beautiful neighborhood, he explained how homeowners in a neighborhood like this will be impacted by this tax.
Where we are today in a luxury area, you look and you see this home behind me, somebody like this is really affected.
If you're single with an adjusted gross income of $200,000 or more, or if you file jointly with an adjusted gross income of $250,000 or more, you will be impacted if and when you sell your home. Now, once you sell your home, any profits over $500,000 are already impacted by a capital gains tax. But what you're going to have now is an additional 3.8% tax on that sale that will be used to help fund Obamacare. One of the biggest things that Ron said to me that he's experienced with his clients and people in the industry is just a lot of confusion because this is never discussed or talked about.
This is just a further indication of how Obamacare is not at all what we were promised.
President Obama was very clear with the fact that he was going to tax high earners, going to tax individuals making significant profits to fund a lot of things.
I would say at that income level in New Jersey, being one of the highest cost of living states in the country, you could argue whether or not those are the wealthy folks.
The thing that I think is a bit of a discrepancy is that you're using what a person is earning to determine how they're taxed on the sale of their home, and those can be two very different numbers and amounts, because really being a dual income household, you could have 2 children and make $250,000 in North Jersey. I don't think you would be identified as the super rich, which is how this is being portrayed.
But you're generating wealth on that sale. Look at the percentages. It's about 3% that will come off of this.
3.8%.
3.8%.
In addition
you're
to what
talking
you
about
paid in capital gains.
$500,000 in profits. 3.8% of that is about, what, about $18,000? So, yeah, nobody wants to pay taxes, but you're not breaking somebody's nest egg with $18,000 on $500,000.
Whether or not it's a lot of money, I think that's a totally different issue than the fact that you are using people who have nothing to do, and whether or not they support Obamacare or not, to help fund a program that they may completely disagree with and not benefit from.
Coming up on